Won the Jewel sure puts on a hell of a show. I feel fired up.
I know, fired up to vote.
So look up your polling location, drop off those mail-in ballots, or vote early if you can.
Don't wait, Election Day is coming up. Speaking of, where's our closest voting location?
Space is big, so I think it's gonna be pretty far.
Right. And if you missed Holy Kalama Vote, catch it on HBO Max or Adult Swim's YouTube page.
But now, let's start the show.
A experiência Cartoon Network que você estava pedindo, Toonami, Powered by Crunchyroll, começa agora.
The mind is one hell of a weapon.
You may have tried to disguise yourself as a wrestler, but you can't fool me, you trickster!
Mob Psycho 100 is coming up next.
If I exorcise the spirit, I'm sure Hanako's face will return to normal too. There's nothing wrong with her face, you moron!
Contain that psychic energy.
There you go again, always bending spoons. You really need to stop doing that. It's a bad habit.
Mob Psycho 100 will be right back.
Never let your emotions get the best of you.
Right now, the thing I least want to do is to be dressed up like this.
Mob Psycho 100 now continues.
Não se afaste muito do seu aparelho televisor. Isso é Toonami, Powered by Crunchyroll.
Samurai Champloo continúa en Toonami. Ya estamos de vuelta con Samurai Champloo en Toonami.
The block shortened up a little.
But don't worry, there's still lots of goodies in the pipeline.
I suspect something nefarious is at play here.
My Hero Academia returns to the lineup at 11:30.
I am going to be your hero!
Sword Art Online, War of Underworld, logs on at midnight.
Return to your homeland now, or you will die where you stand!
Demon Slayer drains your soul at 12:30.
What did you think of that move? Pretty damn amazing, don't you think?
Food Wars tempts your tummy at 1.
I could get addicted to something like this!
And Black Clover weaves some magic at 1:30.
What did you say?
JoJo Golden Wind takes a stand at 2.
Come on, let's get this over with.
Then we finish up with the best ninja in the land. Ship it in at 2:30.
I cannot fail now.
Toonami, next Saturday night from 11:30 to 3.
Good things come in small packages.
So this is pure heaven.
Only Toonami on Adult Swim.
La nave Absolution va a cambiar de rumbo y con su nuevo destino tus shows favoritos ahora tendrán nuevos horarios de transmisión. A la medianoche, Inuyasha. A las 12:30, Gundam Wing. A la 1, Transformers Energon. Y a la 1:30, Pokémon. En instantes, por Cartoon Network.
After 30 plus years and over 30 titles, the Zelda series is still going strong, and Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity is another instant classic. The game takes place 100 years before the Breath of the Wild, and you start off playing as Link, Zelda, and Impa on a quest to defeat the massive hordes that are out to sack Hyrule Castle. As you battle literally thousands of Ganon's troops, you'll unlock even more playable characters. There are 18 in total, each with their own strengths and weaknesses. You can switch on the fly, but it takes some serious trial and error to see who's best at what. Eventually, you'll learn to pilot the divine beasts, unleashing even more destructive power. On the downside, it can get a little repetitive, and with so many enemies on screen, it can also be kind of laggy, but it's still pretty fun, and you can bring a friend along while uncovering the history of Hyrule. Who knows what's up with Breath of the Wild 2, but Hyrule Warriors is more than enough to keep the legend alive. Zelda games have always put a smile on my face. And trust me, I'm smiling under here. And Age of Calamity is no different. We give it an 8 out of 10. Courage need not be remembered, for it is never forgotten. There's been a lot of talk about race lately. I don't see color, racism isn't real anymore, all lives matter. These words are actually harmful and steer away from the bigger issue. Racism still exists. Discrimination toward people of color still exists.
Have you actually done it? Have you been able to overcome hatred?
It's up to all of us to recognize that and take action.
The decisions you make and the actions that follow are a reflection of who you are.
If you're thinking, maybe, but not me, you've got some truth to uncover.
But if you open your eyes and let go of the hate, you will see the truth.
If you're thinking, this isn't why I watch Toonami, think again. Think about how you can fight against injustice.
All of us together, standing and fighting as one.
Think about how you can be a part of an honest conversation about racism. Because Black lives matter and will always matter. George is gonna grow up and leave our cozy nest and, I don't know, we just stay the same.
We've got trouble.
Does that sound like the hyperdrive engaging?
There's no way to regain control of the ship.
That seems like a bad sign.
Hey, Tom, if you were stranded...
Sorry, what was that?
If you were stranded on a deserted space station...
I think it's time to blow this thing.
Uh-huh.
If you were stranded on a deserted space station and had to pick only one show...
Bebop.
Okay, well, next Saturday it's Cowboy Bebop all night long starting at midnight.
Bang. Bang. Only Toonami on Adult Swim.